What up, though, y'all? It's Chris out here this morning, getting my 10,000 steps in. Appreciate y'all connecting with me. And this morning, I want to get into a topic that is a bit near and dear for me, and it's retiring your parents. I believe that children should retire their parents, especially men. Your parents, they may have made mistakes. Your parents may have did a bunch of stuff you didn't like or at the time didn't understand, but ultimately your parents are responsible for you being here. Your parents gave you life. Your parents gave you the opportunity to be great. So I say this because I'm also working on that goal. I'm not there yet, but in a couple years I will be. I want that. I want to be able to tell my mother, you're done. You're never going to work for anybody else again. Now, I don't really keep up with Stephen A. Smith. He's a bit of a controversial sports figure. But I came across this one clip. I do not know what show he was on, because it was really just like one of those random short clips that's been, cut down into a short. But he said something that was very profound. This was during his years when he was at CNN the first time. He had got let go and different things happened. And he ended up with another gig. I believe it was back at CNN. ESPN. Why the hell am I saying CNN? But he had ended up back at ESPN because ESPN is a sports network, right? Not CNN. And when he started getting some checks where he could really be comfortable and he knew this was it, this was the come up, he said he went to his mom's job and told her to get her things. She was leaving with him. So his mother went, started grabbing her things, and he went to her manager and said, my mother will not be coming back to work for you. Man, that was powerful. Like, I really felt that. That was amazing. I cannot imagine the pride and satisfaction that man had to have felt in that moment when he was able to retire his mom. When he was able to not only retire his mom, he went to her job in person and told them, my mama will not be back here. My mama's done. I got her. I'm going to take care of her. So I think you should retire your parents. I think it is a responsibility of the children to take care of their parents later on in life when they're struggling to do for themselves. You don't want your mother or your father being some cashier at, some random store or some random restaurant, some IHOP or something like that. And no disrespect to any of those places. That's not what this is about. But if your mom's 70 years old and she's a cashier at IHOP, that ain't it. That's not a good position for her. Your mom should be able to quit. Be like, I'm done. Just stay home and do whatever it is that she wants. And you should be able to give that to her. So I heard that and I just was like so inspired, so motivated. I'm like, damn, I got to hustle harder. I got to grind for longer. I want that for myself. I want to know what that feels like. If you got both parents around, work on retiring them. Become great. Let them quit their job. Let them enjoy the years they got left. Pay off that house. If they got a mortgage and they're paying on it, they got fixed income and that's part of it or whatever. Man, if you don't get your stuff together and pay off that damn house, especially if it's the house you grew up in and they still making payments on it, you better pay off that house. You better do what you got to do to take care of your folks. If you got both parents in your life, you need to be retiring both parents. If only one parent was around, whichever one it was, you need to be retiring them. Because think about this. They did everything for you. In case y'all wondering what that noise is, it's the water fountain here. The Detroit Institute of Arts is behind me. But they did everything for you. in many cases, you have no idea the sacrifices that your parents made for you. Why you mad at them? Because they grounded you. You mad at them because they were too hard on you in this moment or whatever. Or, you know, they gave you spankings and now you don't believe in spankings. Whatever it may be, chances are your parents sacrificed a lot for you in order for you to go without. So parents are going to make mistakes. You got to forgive them because they were learning. At the same time you was learning growing up, they were learning and growing along with you, because being a parent don't come with an instruction manual. So you have to forgive your parents for the things that they did that you may not necessarily agree with or felt some kind of way or whatever. Leave that stuff. Because when they gone and they're not here no more, you realize that crap did not matter. Whatever beef you had with them that you didn't work out, you didn't resolve, you didn't get therapy for, you realize now that they're gone, that crap didn't matter. And you wasted precious time in your life and theirs at odds with them instead of loving them. So this is a message that is from the heart. Get your act together, get your money up, retire your parents. Don't let your parents be working until their literal last breath. And if your parents is good already financially and you don't have to retire them, that's cool. That's cool. I'm glad to hear that, because you don't have to do that for them. They were able to take care of that themselves. But that still doesn't absolve you from chasing excellence, from trying to be great. Just because they was good, you still got to make sure you good. So you still need to chase excellence, and you still need to get out here and put a dent in the universe and make yourself great. So I reiterate, get your stuff together, get your money up, grind harder, retire your parents. Don't let your parents be doing manual labor and cashiers and all these other miserable things that they've hated doing till their dying breath. Because in many cases, they went to a job they hated for decades just to feed you and just to clothe you. They did that for decades. They didn't complain about it. You knew they didn't really care for the job, but you didn't know how much they truly hated it and was just doing what they had to do. They were going there to the job to take care of you. Now it's time for you to do what you got to do. And that's, if you got to work some extra hours, you do it. If you got to grind on a job that you necessarily don't care for, you need to do it. They did it. Do what you got to do. And if you got a family already, I'm not saying to prioritize retiring your parents over taking care of your wife and children. Not at all. They come first, obviously, because they are your immediate responsibilities. I'm saying get your money up to where you can still take care of your children, still take care of your wife, and then eventually retire your parents. It's really just about money. You just got to make enough money. You can't save to reach this goal. You have to out-earn the situation, because when inflation and whatnot going up the way that it is, unfortunately, you can't just save in a savings account and make this happen. I mean, there's different things you can have happen for you, like a high yield savings account, but that's a video for another day. If we're just talking about straight saving, a regular old savings account you get, Bank of America, Huntington, Chase, you can't save your way through inflation. You must out-earn the situation. And you do that by making more money. It's that simple. You make more money, you got to put in longer hours. You got to put in them 10, 12-hour days. 8 hours ain't enough. You never going to retire your mama working 8-hour days. You doing just the bare minimum. For my part-timers, I mean, I gave y'all a shout out before. Y'all know that working 15, 20 hours a week, You can't take care of nobody with that. You can't even take care of yourself properly. How are you paying your bills if you working like 15, 20 hours a week? Even if you got a roommate, y'all struggling right now with this current economy. So you got to grind. You got to grind, if only to take care of you. Keep your head down. Stop spending money on frivolous things, because all of that matters when you're trying to put yourself in a financial position where you'll be able to retire your parents. You don't go out there buying no damn Charger Hellcat with $1,000 a month car note, because I see a lot of us, and you know, I ain't gonna hold you up, it's us black folks, definitely. So a lot of us want them damn Chargers, want them Hellcat Chargers, no matter what. And it's just crazy. Their credit score be in the toilet, and they want that thing no matter what. They be having to put down a $15,000, $20,000 down payment and still be having $1,000 a month note on the damn thing. And that's before even their insurance. Making moves like that, you are never, ever financially gonna be where you need to be in order to retire your parents. You're not gonna be able to retire yourself moving like that, let alone somebody else. So once again, I appreciate y'all for connecting with me, and I'll talk to y'all later. Oh, and I ain't done this before, but I guess I'll start doing it now. If you like this video, subscribe. Give your boy that support. Something easy to do, and it helps me out. Later.